Hello, this is the second career YouTube we're doing. This one relates to being an effective executive. The first one related to managing yourself. And first you should manage yourself, and then you should work towards being an effective executive. And an effective executive today can be of oneself, it could be in a small organization, it doesn't have to be big. I'm doing this from simplydownload.com and simplymagazine.net, where you can buy this title for $3.99, which is done by Peter Drucker from Harvard Business Review. And what he did is he took a long book, The Effective Executive, and made it into a short, distilled, concise, 7-page lecture line. And it's perfect because it's about 45 minutes, it's what we need to know, and it's not too much. When Drucker talks about that, one of the things he talks about most is get the knowledge you need. When you're trying to run an organization, whether it's just you or you and many other people, you have to find out how to get the knowledge you need to run your organization. Much of that involves staying connected with the world in general and in the niche that you're in. The second thing is to write an action plan. It's very important to understand as an executive you need a plan. It's often called a business plan, but Drucker calls it an action plan because it isn't inert and stable. It's something that you act on and you work on. The third thing he says is you must act. One of the differences between businesses and many other organizations is you have to act. Now, this is as true for a nonprofit organization, as Drucker said, and for a government agency. But if you're in the business of organization, you have to learn how to act. The next thing is to learn how to take responsibility for your decisions. In other words, when you do something, you have to be accountable. And he speaks about how important it is for executives to be accountable and not lay off blame to other people. Finally, focus on opportunities, not problems. One of the things Drucker says in managing oneself, you can't do much about your problems. You can do a lot about your strengths. And the way to crowd out your weaknesses, not eliminate them, is to focus on your strengths. Well, the same is true for companies. Too many executives and managers spend their time trying to fix problems as opposed to create results. Often if you create good results, the problems tend to take care of themselves. And finally, make your meetings productive. The internet has helped this, online meetings have helped this, but if your meetings aren't productive, you're wasting lots of people's time. He gives many examples of this. Only have the people in meetings you know and need to know. Only have people in meetings who can contribute. Only have people in meetings in which it helps them get better. Because if it doesn't, they can be copied later by email or letters. And finally, think and say we. When you talk, use the we word and think the we word. So to get better at this, go to simplymagazine.net or simplydownload.com and download this great audiobook. And what you do is you play it in your car, on your iPhone, your iPod, or whatever works for you.